Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Emerging Franchise Brands Podcast. I'm your host, Frank Fiume, here live at the IFA2024 National Convention, and looking forward to interviewing some folks at this year's event. I have Linda and Jeff from First Choice Business Brokerage. How are you guys doing?
Great. We're loving the IFA.
Yeah.
Having a great time.
Is this your first IFA?
No, it's not our first, but it's been a little while, and Phoenix is a beautiful place to have it. We've been really enjoying the weather. Yeah.
Nice. Where's home for you guys?
Las Vegas.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not as wild here.
No, but we enjoy it. We enjoy it
It's
nonetheless.
enjoyable, yes.
Nice. So let's talk about First Choice. So what exactly do you guys do, and what do you specialize in?
We're in the business of selling businesses, so we help sellers find the right buyers for their business. We're trying to help them exit their business and move on to the next chapter in their life.
And we've been doing this since 1994. And right now
Just a
we're
few
just
years.
we're about close to 100 territories for about 70 plus franchisees.
Wow, that's great. Okay, so as soon as you told me what you guys did, immediately my mind went to, we are about to enter the greatest transfer of generational wealth, because of course the baby boomers are getting ready to retire, right, the next 5-10 years.
Yep.
What do you anticipate with this greatest transfer of wealth? As we know, a lot of kids don't want their parents' business.
You know this business so well. I'm going to recruit you now. Yeah. No, it's incredible. They're expecting about 12 million businesses to transfer over the next 10, 12 years. Mm-hmm. And we're expecting, of course, to see a big boom in our business from that. And there are only about 4,000 full-time business brokers servicing all of these clients.
In the entire U.S., only 4,000 business brokers. So it's a pretty good market for us.
That transfer of wealth is going to be amazing.
I'm really curious to know how this whole thing is going to end up, of course. I think also what's most interesting is the percentage of businesses that never get sold. They just close.
They don't know that there's business brokers out there. They think, oh, do I talk to my attorney? Do I talk to my CPA? Do I talk to my realtor? None of those people actually help with the transfer when you're trying to find the right buyer. An attorney or a CPA will get involved sometimes, but they're not helping you find the right buyer.
Yeah, many times for us it's educating the public that business brokers actually exist. They know their realtor, they know their commercial broker. They don't know what a business broker is. So it's really educational on our part.
Well, and just like we were saying, Frank, because you were saying that the children don't want to take over the business. They don't. So now these owners that have been running these businesses, we call them legacy owners, right?
Yes, legacy
owners, right? Mm-hmm. They have their business, and it's now 30 years. The children don't want to take it over. Well, I'll just shut it down. And they don't realize that they should be selling it. They have such a retirement there.
Right. There's going to be a huge opportunity for buyers to buy businesses at a steep discount in the next coming years, just because it can be a great supply.
Well, then the legacy seller is the best business to buy. They're the ones that have been around forever. The buyers coming in now, some of the younger buyers are coming in, and they're implementing all of the things that those legacy sellers didn't do. They're doing websites, they're doing digital, they're doing social.
How many of the legacy sellers do not even have a website?
It's incredible.
They just operate because they've been doing that way for 30 years.
What are some of the most popular sectors that you're seeing that there are businesses really moving right now?
Food is probably number one.
Yeah, food does move a lot, but I think the most popular are, for those that are coming in that want the legacy seller, manufacturing, some of the areas where they built that business up over a number of years. They have a large client base, and they don't have websites. They don't have any of the social media. They don't have any of that. So the buyers are coming in saying, I can already turn up that bottom line with just very few changes. Yeah.
What would you say is the percentage of mom and pop businesses for sale versus franchise businesses for sale in your network?
I would say a lot of them are the mom and pops, and I guess that speaks highly of franchises, right? When you think about it, yes. Franchises are strong, the lenders love them, but the mom and pops, they have their place out there, and they could be converted to franchises. There's some really great businesses that deserve to be part of a franchise system, so it's possible.
Yeah. Jeff, let me ask you, what do you guys look for in a franchisee of First Choice?
Well, the first thing is able to communicate to us and we're looking to make sure their background has integrity. We're not just after, oh, here's another sale. That doesn't do us any good. We're really looking for someone who feels that they can help the business owners, and that's really one of the key ingredients for a franchisee.
We say it's consultative, that they need to be consultative and understanding, because a lot of these people feel like they're selling their baby. And nobody feels good about that. You know, they feel almost like you have to give them permission. It's okay to sell the baby. It's okay to sell the business. And if they feel that way, it changes everything.
Well, I sold my baby years ago, and I said, though, and it was very hard for me to do it, but
Yep.
it was more emotional than anything else.
Yep.
My realization, though, years ago was if you truly love your business and give it what it needs, sometimes it needs something more than you. And sometimes it's time to move on. And I hope that a lot of these legacy owners realize if they really love their business, don't let it just close. To find a great buyer that will embrace it and take it to the next level, right?
Let it graduate and go to college. That's what we
Yes.
call it. I've taken it as far as I can, and now it's time for somebody else. Be free, business. Yeah,
It's
that's
really
what you
a
want to
win-win
say.
situation. The buyer's looking for a good deal, and the seller, he wants to retire.
And they want to feel like somebody's taking care of their business and their legacy and their employees. The saddest thing is that if these businesses shut down, they lose the employees. And so those employees lose jobs. It's a lose-lose instead of a win-win.
That is the hardest part, because as a founder, we love our employees. They are my team. They are what made me and made the company great.
100%.
And number one, you want to sell to somebody hopefully that will still obviously embrace them and make them an integral part of the company moving forward, but I understand it doesn't always happen that way, right? Do the franchisees, do they play a role in helping the seller get seller ready, get show ready, so to speak, in the real estate world?
Absolutely. We're talking to them about making sure you have your SOPs, everything in place, depersonalize. It's kind of like a house, right? Depersonalize the business
That's
a
a
little
big
bit.
one. That is a big one. Get all the family pictures out of there, and
If it's a restaurant, take your name off of, Mary's Pie or whatever,
Right.
kind of depersonalize it a little bit and make sure that you have employees that are stepping up into the role that you normally would occupy, so that a buyer can see themselves coming in without the concern of, I don't know your business very well.
I think one of the key questions we ask a seller, a business owner, is how many weeks vacation do you take a year? This lets us know whether that business is totally dependent upon that seller being there the whole time.
That is a great.
We call it the vacation test.
It is it's such a covert question.
It is a
because
covert question.
they see it as innocent, like, oh, vacation time. No, I don't take any vacation time.
That's right.
And alarm bells are going off in your head, right?
Yeah, the buyer's like, are you kidding me? I can't do this 60 hours.
Right,
I don't
right.
want to do it 80 hours. Yeah.
That's great. Okay, well, what's been your biggest takeaway from the IFA here?
We have
Networking, meeting a lot
networking.
of
We
people.
made so many contacts with individuals here that we thought, hey, we didn't know we needed that. It was great. Yeah.
Ideas, a lot of ideas we've come
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, and you know what? I think my favorite part were the talks. They were so inspirational. Everybody was so real. Sometimes you think, oh, they're going to come on stage and be super polished. They were just right from the heart. And when you sat in a round table, you felt their pain. You felt who they were. It made you proud to be a franchise. It really did.
Absolutely. I think you hit the nail on the head. I appreciate you coming by. I love what you guys do. There is a huge need for it.
We're so excited.
And I hope that the public realizes that this opportunity is only going to get better over this next decade. So thank you for stopping by. Wish you all the best.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning into the Emerging Franchise Brands podcast. For additional insights, guest applications, and to stay connected, visit us at efbpodcast.com. The Emerging Franchise Brands podcast is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed do not necessarily represent those of Emerging Franchise Brands, its host Frank Fiume, or Emerging Franchise Group LLC. Any discussed franchise or investment opportunity requires thorough investigation, obtaining proper disclosure documents, and expert consultation before making any investment decisions. The podcast and its host do not offer professional advice or endorsements, and they hold no responsibility for actions, representations, accuracy, or consequential damages related to the podcast content.